David, again, not the result you guys were chasing. And you've spoken a lot this season about the club, the squad bouncing back after disappointing defeats. Have you noticed the same this week?
You mean the game against Central Coast?
Yeah, after the game against Central Coast.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this one, it's hard to say the same thing. But the way we deserve to win that game. We created enough chances. The moments in the games, those goals that go in. It's just something you have to take. I haven't really spoken a lot about statistics and all that. But in this game, it's clear that we had more of the ball, created the better chances and more chances, and just we didn't convert them. And also the flow of the game went against us because their minimal chances they were clinical but apart from that, I thought the guys they approached the game in the right way. They even at half time they came in and it was all positive. The reaction after the last game was what you want to see, and the performance was there. The result wasn't there. That's what we're judged on, and that's what makes it difficult and frustrating for me, obviously, but also for the boys.
Luke Amos came off at half time. Was that a fitness thing, an injury issue?
No, it looked like the travelling. Not everyone can adapt to it. It's not always an exact science. I thought all the boys were good. I just thought he was a little bit, just off in a couple of challenges. But it wasn't even that. It was the problem was that he still isn't at the capacity to play more than 60, maybe 70 minutes. So the change was coming anyway, and I just thought in this game we needed to make a change there. Otherwise, I would have lost another window to make a sub. But if he's able to go to 90 minutes, then it's a different story. He's been training well, but in these weeks that he's been playing games, he hasn't been able to train all the sessions. So he hasn't really gone from 60 minutes to 70 to 80 to 90. So that was the decision behind it, nothing more.
There's some talk that Joel and Asmo is heading to career on loan. Is there any truth to that?
There's a club that's interested. Nothing's been finalised yet, but I'm pretty sure something will happen in the next few days.
Obviously, with 4 games left, no one wants a wooden spoon. Do you feel the pressure? Like, there's obviously a lot of pressure from fans, from the club, and pressure that I'm sure that you put on yourself. But how much do you feel that pressure on a day-to-day basis?
It's not nice being in our position, and it's as a coach, the pressure's always there, especially in a situation like this, and so should be. That's the game that we're in. The fans want to see a winning team. They want to see. So I understand the frustration, and I'm not saying that I'm immune to it, but I look at the bigger picture and of what we're trying to do here, and again, the only thing outside of this building is results, and I get that, but the amount of things that have changed in this is not evident right now because of the results, but it will be. That's what keeps me driven. And also even though the results are not there, there's a lot of improvement, and even the guys that came on, you got Bugaria that came on. That's I think miles ahead of where he was at the start of the season. Qua was another one that came on, and I think you've seen a big improvement. These guys came on and actually impacted the game in a positive way, and same with Will Frenny. So there's a lot of improvements. These guys had not played any A-League games or significant time. So there's a lot of things, and that's going to come in the future. But so there's a lot of positives there. Obviously, when you just focus on the results, there's not much you can say, but for me, I try and take myself out of that. You see, I don't know for what reason, but in the A-League, you have teams that have years like this, and then the next year they end up. Melbourne Victory have done it. West United this year have gone from being in the same position to now having a great year. I think MacArthur the same. So it's the way it goes, especially when you're transitioning, I think it's ridiculous how many changes we've made to the starting lineup and the personnel, and I don't think we've played back to back more than once to twice with the same team. So I have to just wear that. It's the same in the last few weeks, and it's just the situation we're in. I understand the frustration from the fans. It's normal. It's the way it is all around the world, and I just cope with it by focusing on the next game.
Just on guys like Bugaria and Kwa and Will Frenny, some younger guys who maybe featured at the start, and is there plans to filter them back into the team in terms of starting roles, given their improvement?
Yeah, we're running out of time now, but I think the point for me is that they were forced to play, not forced, but like they were playing before their time really, and that was a lot of the injuries that we had in pre-season where a lot of guys just didn't do it, and these guys had to stand up having no real A-League experience. And I think, I think Adam's a perfect example. We really had to throw him in, and he played a lot of games. And then Quire as well, when we're really struggling to get some cohesion. Now they're coming into, I know we're not winning games, but they're coming into a side that's actually playing, we're playing much better football. We're creating more chances. And what I was really happy with those guys coming in is, and Adam was a perfect example. He's like, he came in and just straight away was bouncing in, creative. He has, which he wasn't really doing that before. So yeah, we're trying to get them back in, and basically the best players play, and that's what I'm looking at every day in training.
Just in terms of Western United this weekend, they're obviously a very strong team. What do you feel like you guys need to do to be successful?
I think if you remember the last game that we played here, we certainly matched them, and we were winning in injury time 2-1, and we ended up losing that game. So we know that we have to physically match them. They're a very strong side. They can score goals from anywhere. They've got good transition. They press well. But if we match them, we're in it. We've done that twice. Even in Sydney in the Unite round, we were 1-0 up until the 60th minute or something. And so we have to again just keep playing the way we've been playing, but we have to manage the moments better, and obviously keep creating chances. We're going to score goals. I mean, you can't keep creating chances, and at some point, the goals are going to start coming in.
Any injury news over the past week or so?
No, just still Lockie Rose is still out. Sorry, Lockie Wales is still out with his Achilles problem, so it's a little bit disappointing. And Ocker as well, they're just taking a little bit of time. But other than that, everybody seems to be all right. So and everybody's putting their hand up to play, which is really, really positive and raring to go. Even in this situation, the guys are training well and ready to go.
Do you expect Lockie and Okamoto back before the end of the season, or?
Yeah. It's just for this game, it's just too close, and maybe next week. I think next week is what we planned. So we'll see how they travel.